So I feel like I figured out the best way to record, so it sounds good. And also, I'm not going to keep ranting about what the fuck is going on online because I was listening to my shit in my car and that shit was terrible. So don't worry about that. Okay. But here we go. This is the Daily Opinion Podcast. Fact checking, no facts. If you feel me, you feel me. If you don't, hey, hopefully you like it at least. But yeah, seems like it's been pretty easy going on the Western Front. Oh shit, I shouldn't have had that on. But what's it called? Let's see what else is going on. Okay, so this is crazy right here. LYFT is really trying to charge folks a minute. They charge by the second if you're not there to meet your lift, right? So they're showing this one lady, she got a 58-cent charge for a 49-second lift. All right. So, I'm sorry, the 49 seconds was the amount of time the lift had to take in order for her to come down and actually get in the lift. Which it's like, bro, I don't see whoever is doing the inflation needs to chill out because that's the thing. You can't be super mad at the companies because the companies, like if you're a bread company, you got to order flour. Okay. So then the flour people raise their prices because they need whatever they need for flour. Like, the fucking plant. I don't know where flour comes from. I'm assuming the plant. And then the plant needs food. And then, in order to get the food, you got to grow the fucking food or whatever, get the food somehow to the plant. And so everything's just constantly going up. So then the end product is like substantially higher because like, let's say each step of the way is only 1% extra. So then let's say we're making, I don't even know. I was going to say a cat, but I'm like, I don't think that really matters. I don't think nothing matters with a cat and inflation. But I don't fucking know. Like if you need a shirt, it's like, okay, you need workers to make the shirt, then you need fabric, then you need dye, and then you need cotton. So then the cotton industry, in order to raise their cotton, needs food. So then the food place raises their prices by 1%. So then the cotton nigga got to raise his prices a little bit higher. So then the next person, which is the dye company, raises it 2% in order to account for the 1% extra in cost that they're also spending. So then they can still make that 1% profit. And then whenever it goes from dyes to the worker people got to do 3% to account for the 1% of the dye people and 1% for the cotton industry. And then when it gets to us, we getting 4% because the fucking worker, I'm not saying the actual workers are getting the thing, but the company that gives the fucking sweatshop in goddamn China, you know what I'm saying, is the one that's doing it. So, it's just like kind of trickle down, no matter what, the end user is the one that's going to be getting fucked at the end of the day, right? But yeah, so I feel like the same thing's happening in Lyft. Honestly, I don't really know what expenses Lyft has because it seems like they have people do their own car and then they just pay them from what they already were getting paid from the customer. So yeah, actually that whole shit with the whole cotton thing, that don't even apply because Lyft ain't paying nothing to nobody. Like, actually that's a good ass business plan because the only time that you spend money is when you already made the money in the first place. And they could have had some sort of like overhead fees or whatever just to make the app and to maybe, it's not hiring people. I mean, I guess hire people to make the app, but yeah, Now I need to make something like that where I put it out there and then the only time that I got to pay somebody is if I'm already making the money. That's an ingenious plan. All right. All right. But yeah, whatever. Lyft is tripping. Hopefully Uber don't do the same thing because I'm fucking banning Lyft or whatever. Because they also be trying to fuck me on the anytime I go to a basketball game, they be trying to play me. I got to walk like 10 minutes down the street to get like a Lyft that's $50 instead of like $80 to $100 right at the front of the whatever thing. But yeah, fuck Lyft. Let's see. No Lyft gang. All right, and this next one, I don't get because maybe I ain't got feelings like that. I do got feelings. But I don't have enough feelings that I'm gonna like fuck myself up for life. You know what I mean? Like some people, their girl will cheat and then they're like, oh, okay, like fuck my life. I'm about to go out and kill my girlfriend and whoever she cheated on me with. It's just like, to me, I'm like, I'm going to get another woman. Like we going to figure something out. Like I'll be sad for like a few weeks to a few months, but it's not going to really be that deep. You feel me? But yeah, cause this lady, is definitely on the no-fly list after this little thing. So this woman, they say, woman has complete breakdown after her boyfriend breaks up with her mid-flight. Number one, I'm thinking two things, right? Because a boyfriend breaking up with you mid-flight, that's crazy. Like in front of everybody on a plane where you can't get away from her. Like that man is crazy. Either number one, he knew that she was going to freak out already. Number two, she was already like a very volatile person. So he was like, you know, I'm just going to let you go off and you're going to, you know, ruin this for yourself. Or number three, he's just really about that shit. But yeah, this girl goes crazy. I don't know if y'all can hear this. Hold on. Here we go.
You need to get your carry-on bag.
On the ground.
Hey, ma'am, where are your bags?
It's like someone's stabbing her, bro. Let's see in a second. And I don't know if they're taking off a...
Ma'am, get up. Sit down.
Yeah. All right, that's enough of that loud ass screaming. But yeah, I don't know if they're about to take off or if they or if they just landed. Everyone else is sitting and she just freaking out like that. Like, you gotta know, like, bro, I'm never gonna be able to fly again, at least on this airlines. But yeah, I mean, that boyfriend either knew what he was doing or he was just fed up with it. He was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care. You're going to freak out if you want to. Because, I mean, if she do that, that's the thing. And that's the craziest thing to me. Because whenever I see people freak out like this, I'm like, I can't imagine. Like, unless they just are unhinged as fuck and just act like themselves everywhere that they go, I'm just like, they got to be doing even more when they're in the house, right? So she's freaking out like this on a plane. This girl probably is like, I'm going to kill myself if if we don't stay together type of shit, type of crazy stuff. And it's just like, bro, again, and that's the thing, like, I don't know, I say this, but then it goes back to like mental health and everything like that. Like some people just can't help it. You can't love nobody more than you love yourself because you get caught in situations like this, fucking up your own life when a person don't even like you. It's just it doesn't make it's no good. And I understand like it's not going to make any sense because love, whatever the fuck conquers all or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, yep. Tough break, lady. Tough break. But also stop acting so fucking crazy. And I think you'll be straight next time. Yeah, man, I can't do it. Freaking out. And unless she's drunk. Like, I just don't see how you can, like, because that's the thing. I know, like, I've been ghosted before, and it's just been like, okay, like, whatever, fuck that bitch. I'm going to keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let that shit affect me because, you're going to find someone else down the line. There's 8 billion people in the world. You can't go nowhere without seeing more people. Like, this person can't be that special. Everyone is everywhere. Like, just find another person. And most of us ain't like, there's probably only one Joe Rogan in the world, but I guarantee that this guy flying economy ain't like made somewhere else. He just a off-brand Michael or whatever, whatever his name is. But yeah, bro, gotta love yourself, folks. And stop freaking out. Actually, do start freaking out on planes because I'm tired of this Atlanta airport always being so fucking backed up, bro. So start freaking out more, and there's less people that can fly, and I can get on the plane easy peasy, and I don't have to worry about no fucking freakouts. Let's see. Yeah, so we got a South Florida nursing school apparently was busted for selling more than 7,000 fake diplomas to students. I'm assuming it just wasn't accredited. Okay, there's not a lot of information on this. Because I'm like, how would you go? Because, like, as soon as they look up the school, like, doing background checks, they're going to be like, what school is this? South Florida Hampton University. Like, what the fuck? It's not a real school. It's the school's name is Palm Beach School of Nursing. I guess Palm Beach is a real place. Let's see. 25 people were arrested Wednesday for operating a multi-million-dollar nursing scam in South Florida. The defendants in Operation Nightingale are accused of running and recruiting for 3 nursing schools that have been shut down. Fort Lauderdale, Siena College, and Palm Beach School of Nursing in West Palm Beach. The deeply concerning allegations at the center of the investigations go underneath the very tenets of the nursing profession. According to prosecution, the schools prepared and sold fake transcripts to nursing students, knowing the candidates would use them to sit for exams, obtain licenses, and obtain jobs. See, that's one thing that I can't get behind. I'm like, if you got to get a license in order to practice nursing, or you got to get a license to be whatever it is, right? And you sit for an exam and you pass that bitch, I'm like, you should be able to know everything. And I believe it's like a 2-day exam. You know what I mean? Like, and you pass it, I'm like, you should be able to practice that. Like, I don't understand why schools are so, like, important. It's like 4 years of a lot of bullshit and learning, like 2 years of learning something that you're never going to use again. Cause it's, cause I've heard the whole thing about saying like, well, it's a university. So whenever the reason that it has uni in it is because, or what was it? I forgot. But it was pretty much like, when you go to a university, you're supposed to learn a little bit of everything, but then specialize within your field. And it's like, I guess, but I mean, if I'm going here to learn this, like, I don't give a fuck about social studies. I'm never going to use it. Yeah, but cause I honestly don't remember shit from social studies. I don't remember nothing. Let's see. English. I mean, I use Grammarly, so I don't really even need English. And I talk into my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I do text messages, I barely text. I usually just talk into it. Tough for the people around me because they got to hear what the fuck I'm saying. But I mean, it is what it is. Shit. But, but yeah, I don't get the whole mindset of like, yo, you got to go to college. You got to waste 2 years. And then when you get done with college and putting like 6 figures on what the fuck you were doing, now you got to go and take a licensing for it. And then the license, you got to have the, bachelor's before you even take the license. Like, then why even have it in the first place? Why have the license in the first place? If you gotta go to college first? I don't know. Because I mean, college should be, what it should be is like a course load, as in like, hey, these are courses in order for you to pass the licensing, but the licensing is the main thing. So if you want to say fuck college and just go get the license, you should be able to do that. Hey, I'm going to study on my own because maybe I'm not as well off as other people in order to get into college or whatever. Or like, I had a different route in life and now I want to go back. Hey, I'm going to study on my own. I'm going to get the licensing, go from there. I don't think that it's right that you got to go through the 4 years of college, pass it, then also pass the licensing for it. It doesn't make any sense. It's like and that's the thing. I think a lot of these licensing committees are actually like in cahoots with whatever organization they're with. So say like, hey, they say, what's it called? Like a big, like, let's say a certain sort of hospital, because there's definitely private hospitals out there. I think all of them might be private. I don't know, public or private. I have no clue. But like they say, hey, like private hospital. And this, I'm saying this in the early days before it was normalized. You know what I'm saying? Hey, private hospital, we're, the licensing committee for, this nursing license. We want you to only hire people that have this nursing license. Okay. When you do, you'll understand that, they have to re-up their things. It's like, okay, that's great, but we could just like give them classes and shit. Like they don't need to constantly re-up. Yes, but how about this? We also give you half of everything that we get from these nurses or whoever the licensing people are. We'll give you half and we'll keep the other half because these licenses are not like cheap. They're still pretty expensive. I'm sorry, the sitting for the exam is usually pretty expensive. Like even for some of my exams, my cheapest one is like $250 all the way up to $500. And I know for accountants, there's one that's $2,500. And you have to like join a club and you have to be an associate of the club. So $200 every year in order to keep up the, what's it called? In order to keep that licensing. If you disassociate from the club, somehow your license goes away. It makes no sense. It's like, that's crazy because if I did it and then the next day when you say, hey, you passed it, you're good to go. And then I get away from the club because I don't need a club in my life. I'm good. Like, it seems like y'all just want money from me. And I understand, like, everyone in the background's like, yeah, people want money, duh, like, fucking guy. But I'm just saying, like, can we just say that it's a lie? Like, can we just say that then? Can we be like, hey, we need this license. Why is that? Because we want to steal money from you or, just shit like that. Like, it's so weird to me how, like, everyone in jobs, right? We understand that we aren't a family. Like, I don't fuck with y'all, none of y'all. I want to go home. Some people do treat it as a family, and I mean, that's just on them. They got some other stuff going on that they got to do it on their own. I can't break that down. But majority of people know this job will fire me and not give a fuck if I can feed my kids. That is not what families do. Why do we, like, as a manager, because, like, obviously not like, most people don't just pop in and they're just the manager of whatever job they are. They usually are like a very low level employee. So then it's like, hey, bro, you're a low level employee. How am I going to say this? We were all low level employees at some point and we were getting shitted on because shit rolls downhill. You as a manager now have to change your mind and pretend like we're family in order to keep this job. So do we understand each other in that you're lying to yourself about us being a family, or you're lying to us about being a family, and we know that we're not a family? So why do we keep saying this idea? Because you just saying it a bunch ain't going to change my mindset of like, you will let me die on the street. That's not going to change my mindset on the only reason I'm here is for fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny. It's interesting because, like, you know, you say the shit you talk to a manager or something, they're going to be like, no, we're a family here at XXX fucking place, right? And it's like, okay, whatever, I guess. But as soon as they stop getting paid, they're going to be like, okay, like, that shit was cute, but where the fuck is the paycheck at? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, it's a little rant. But yeah, either way, it's cute. It's real cute. And it's like some weird childish tactic or something. Like, you know, you tell your kids, if you don't go to sleep at this time, like, the boogeyman comes. Like, that shit only works for a little while they're small and stupid. But then when they get older, they're going to be like, okay, ain't nothing coming. So, you know ain't nothing coming. I know ain't nothing coming. Who are we doing this live for? You know I know there ain't nothing coming. Who is this live for? Are you just talking to me or what? What are we doing? You know, but shit, I forgot my initial point. Let me go see what I was reading before. Okay, yeah, this whole, like, licensing thing. Yeah. Okay, authorities claim that the school made $114 million by selling over 7,600 diplomas at $15K each since 2016. I wonder if they're going to track everyone down, because I know if I was at school, I would burn all, like, because if they're just buying it straight out, they're just saying, like, hey, here's 15K, give me my license, now I can go be a nurse. That's a serious ass come up too. Nurses don't make, you know, they make good money if you're in the right field. So, yeah, I just wonder how that first day is when they walk in and then they're like, oh, okay, like, go and give this baby a shot. You just kind of looking at the baby like, I'm about to stick the fuck out of you and not know what I'm doing. So, you better gear up, bit. Yeah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I wonder how but also that shows you how unnecessary college is. Maybe I'm misreading this because it seems like they just gave them 15K, they got their diplomas, and then they dipped out. And then they got a job as a nurse, or took, like, you know, the medical or, you know, nursing license, whatever thing, licensing exam. So if they did that with no college, isn't that like a good way to say, like, hey, bro, like, this shit is not necessary. This whole college thing and going in crazy debt is, like, super unnecessary. Maybe not. I don't know. Because everyone's going to look at it and be like, yeah, but whatever. You know, I don't know. That's a funny point. Yeah, actually, that should be like a research topic or whatever. Give people fucking fake diplomas, have them work in, like, a field that they want to work in, and see if they can do the job just as good as or better than the person within that field with the diploma. And then we can be like, oh, okay, so we were going into debt for no reason, right? Okay, awesome. Boom. Get the fuck out of here. We're good. We're straight. So sad. So sad. No one cares about nobody. Let's see. I care about you, though. All right, so we got these. I didn't see the video just yet. Tyre Nichols was murdered by, like, 5 people. But it's weird. All 5 of the officers were black, right? But then they said, and these officers got fired because this Tyre Nichols had been killed. And I'm assuming that there's video content out there. I didn't watch it just yet. I don't know. I'm always seeing some police video that pisses me off. I was like, let me just chill out on this one, because I was like, this one's going to inevitably pop up on my feed, so I don't need to go looking for it. It's just it's in the algorithm, man. It's the shit that I see. It gets me mad. That's why I say, damn, what do they say? I don't know. They don't say nothing. Let's see. But yeah, what's it called? The 5 officers that were fired over it, which is, that's great and all, were all black. But then it comes out today or yesterday that there was a white officer involved in the incident that shot him with a taser, and he didn't get fired. So now it's kind of like, yeah, that shit, yeah, it's kind of, hey. Because I saw a video where, they had the class, the police class or whatever. They had just graduated their fucking 3 weeks of training or whatever ridiculous shit. And they were like, they told, or maybe it was on like a Joe Rogan. I can't remember where I saw it, but it was like a live video though. It's not just like some hearsay. It was the dude in front was like, hey, I want all my black officers to stand up. And then all the black people stand up, all like 5 of them. And then he's like, y'all aren't black anymore, you're blue. And so, I guess that shows like, hey, you're not viewed as like a regular African American that are clearly being targeted by police officers. You're viewed as like a police officer in the law. But now this Tyre Nichols case might change that whole mindset on it, because like, hey, the black cops are the ones that's going to take the fall for this. The white one, we're going to say he didn't do anything. I mean, I don't know how this thing's going to work out, but it is an interesting mindset because, I feel like if you're a police person, you're just like, okay, I'm a police person. This is like, these are my people. But if now the police is also going to get, split up between black and white, then that could be that might be a whole other discussion. And it's going to show like, you fucking dummies. Why do you think that they would not be also racist just because you're a cop? Stupid. But yeah. It's going to be interesting how that shit works out. But yeah, I mean, RIP to Tyre Nichols. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but it's never good with, and that's the thing. The fact that these police officers were fired, I believe that this is going to be like a serious case. I haven't heard too much about it today, but, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But hey, y'all, I think that's the end of it for me. There's another, what's it called? Another little podcast of the Daily Opinion. Fact check, not checking no facts. Yeah, bro. You only got a few, every minute you're on this earth, you're losing 1 minute off your life or whatever, right? So love who you can. Just do your best. And that's all you can wish for, right? Just constantly do your best. And if it doesn't work out, well, you can say, well, there's nothing else I could have did. Couldn't have did anything better. Could have done a lot worse, but this is the best that my life could have changed because, believe it or not, a lot of what life is just luck. The fact that I'm living in America gives me, a lot more, a lot more shit over someone that, was maybe born somewhere like in a third world country. So, hey, love the people around you. Don't take them for granted. And, love you.